let's get started. I love to be on time and you guys are on time, so we'll get started, okay? So today is day 3. We're excited for day 3. Who's excited for day 3? Yeah? Yes, yes. I know some of you have been with me for day 1, day 2, day 3. Yay! I know. Awesome. Yes, yes. Happy Saturday. I'm glad some of you could make it. I know some of you like were working during the weekday, but today, Saturday, I think it's for everybody. So glad you can make it. All right. So would like to I kind of asked this in the Facebook group already. If you are not in the Facebook group, feel free to join us because that's where we have our conversations. I asked everyone to put down one takeaway from maybe from first day or yesterday. I know one takeaway is I know you have a lot of takeaways, but maybe 1 to 2. Okay. If you can kind of look back your notes, what are some of the things that jumped out at you? 1 to 2 things. Hey, Edwina. She's so cute. She put a lot. She put like 5 or 6 on the Facebook group. So look back at your notes. What jumped out at you? And then let me get the Facebook group link for those of you that maybe not in the Facebook group. Yeah, so type in the chat what stood out for you in the first day 1 and day 2. Okay. Put it in the chat. And then this is the link for the Facebook group. If you're not in it already, feel free to join. Oh, yeah. So Florence, you could not find yesterday's recording. So thank you for mentioning. So for anybody who's looking for the recording, it's only for the VIPs, then they get the recordings. Okay, so if you want to upgrade to the VIP, it's only $27. Then you get to have all 3-day recording. I think we have some VIPs here today. I think Teresa. Hey, Teresa. Nice to meet you. A few of you guys. Also Kit, yes, is also a VIP. So the recording will be sent out tomorrow, which is Sunday, after we finish all 3 days. So if you like, then you can upgrade to get the recordings. Okay. So yes, thank you, Florence. Okay, so for those of you that's just joined, yeah, type in the chat and then we'll get started. What I like to do normally is kind of do a recap before we go to day 3. Okay, so Anthony put down the truth about poor people wasting time. Yes, 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 yes. It's quite interesting, huh? The mindset. It's very different from wealthy people. Wealthy people, they're always trying to buy time. Yes. I mean, have you looked on like let's say when you fly business class or first class? Business class and first class, you see a lot of times the people they're always working. They always have a laptop, they're always working. Then or maybe they will take a nap, right? Why? Because as soon as they land, they can go into meetings, right? So a it's not a spending, right? It's actually an investment for them. Right. So it's just a very different way of thinking. So absolutely. So you want to ask yourself, do you waste time? Do you waste time? Yeah. Can you watch the recording on YouTube channel? No, it will not. You can't. It's not on the YouTube channel. No. It's only if you upgrade to VIP, then you'll get the recordings. Yes. Yeah. The recordings, maybe you see it's from my previous, maybe 2-3 years ago. I used to post it on another YouTube channel, but not anymore. Yeah. Kit, I had a revelation that mindset of people I love attract my behavior. The mindsets of the people you love affect my behaviors. Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's why, again, your environment is huge. Yes. And here's something I will share with you. Sometimes the people that are closest to us, right, our family members, our close friends, they're not always the people that will support you. As far as they love you, but they may not have the mindset of the people that you want to hang around with. You know what I mean? Okay, so you always want to hang out, find an environment where people are better than you. Does that make sense? Right. So like you know the saying, if you're the smartest in a group, like in a mastermind group, for example, if you're the smartest in there, you want to get out. That's not good. You don't want to be the smartest there. Okay. I remember 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago, I invested in a mastermind group for $15,000. And in that mastermind group, everybody was making more than seven figure. Everybody, right? And then sometimes when they're talking about something, I'm like, I don't really get it, right? But I'm like, that's where I want to be, right? So definitely find you a community, okay? And maybe I will talk about a little bit about the community that I have set up for my clients towards the end, right? Just to share a little bit, because community, your environment is everything. Imagine you're going into an environment where everybody is like-minded, right? Everybody is abundance mindset rather than lack. Everybody is like, yeah, of course it's possible, right? Rather than how are you gonna do that? Are you sure? Right? Again, like our loved ones, they love us, right? But you know, like for example, I'll share my story. Before I became, even before I became a real estate agent, I was in banking, right? Some of you know my story. I was in a banking industry that I used to work at a bank from 9 to 5, right? Like just a regular job. And and I hated it. I hated my job, right? And I asked my mom, I said, hey mom, like I hate my job, you know, what should I do? Right. And I thought my mom would maybe like encourage me or something. And you know, guess what my mom said? She said, well, suck it up. Nobody liked their job. Imagine that from my mom. And then I was naive, right? I didn't know anything better. And I'm like, okay, I guess I have to suck it up. So I stayed in the banking industry for 7 years because my mom told me that. 7 years. I mean, she loves me, right? She wants the best of me for me, but that's what happened, right? So when I transitioned from real estate into banking, you know what she said? She's like, oh, you know, if coaching, when I transitioned from real estate to coaching, she said, if it doesn't work out, you can always go back to real estate. That's what she said, right? And I looked at her, I said, thank you, mom, thank you for being supportive, right? But but again, she wanted the best for me, right? That's why she said that. Yeah. Okay. What made me leave real estate, Alyssa? Good question. Because I love coaching. That's the reason why. Yeah. So my purpose, and this we talk about on day one, right? How do you know what's your purpose? Your purpose is doing what you love to do. That's it. It doesn't have to be something grand like serving or anything. It's just something what you love. So I know I love helping people, right? So in real estate, I was helping people. I was helping people buying and selling, but it was not fulfilling. The money was great. Honestly, the money is easier to earn in real estate, honestly, because you know, in real estate, you buy and sell, the commission is pretty good in California. Okay, let's just say in California, right? But I wasn't fulfilled. So if you follow the money, you don't feel fulfilled. I mean, what's the point? Right? But in coaching, I feel so fulfilled to see my clients transform like a butterfly, right? That's why you'll see a lot of butterflies in my house because I was one, right? And to see people transform to be the best version of themselves is so much rewarding. So that's why I know, Alyssa. I know you and I we spoke, and I think I share with you that but you know, it's scary, right? It's scary to think that, okay, I'm gonna jump into a totally different field I know nothing about or something new. I know it's scary, yes, but it's so worth it at the end of the day because you're living your purpose, right? And now I'm living my purpose, and now there you guys. So yes. Okay, so for those of you that are hopping on late, we're just doing a real quick recap. What did you learn from day one and day two? Okay, you're welcome. Yes, how to bring out your infinite potential. Yes. Okay, that's a good one. You guys know now? Can anyone type in the chat? Now when people ask you, how do you bring out your infinite potential? What do you tell them? You have the answer now. How do you bring out your infinite potential? How? I hope you know now. Anybody? Thank you, Edwina. How to use your mind. Yes. Yes, you are prosperity. Yes. Beautiful. Did any of you chant that I am prosperity? Yeah? Okay, good, good, good. So continue to do that. What's come up for you guys? I'm curious. Like when you actually just slow down and tune in to what you're saying, like I am prosperity. How does that feel? What does it mean by prosperity? Prosperous. How does that feel? Natural, great. You're amazing, beautiful, feel good. Okay, good. Then continue, right? If it feels good, continue. Yes, good, good, good. So it's kind of like a mantra, right? People say, hey, meditate on it. You can meditate on it for as long as you want. Yeah, if it feels good. Beautiful. Okay, good. So also going back to what Kid said earlier, so your spells say money is evil. Oh, yes. Yes. I yeah. So what I would say to that kid is that we cannot change other people, right? Actually I take that back. You cannot change the outcome in the physical world, okay? But you can change what you see in the imagination, and therefore will change the outcome. Does that make sense? It's quite deep. I'm gonna say it again. You don't want to do this, right? Meaning like in the 3D world, in the physical world, you don't want to have a conversation with your spouse and be like, no, why do you think money is evil? Blah, 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 right? Don't do that. That's fighting the material things, matter to matter. Okay, you don't want to do that. What you can do, and this is more advanced teaching, is you can close your eyes, kid, and you can visualize you having a conversation the way you want to with your spouse. Your ideal outcome. See it in your mind over and over and over and over again. And what's going to happen? You're going to change the reality. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's quite deep. This is why people say you bend the reality. This is how. Okay, hopefully that's a mind blow. Yes, powerful. So many things. I mean, once you really learn the power of your mind, like manifesting money is easy, honestly. Easy, money is actually easy to manifest once you learn, right? Yes, yes, kid. Beautiful. Always start with yourself first. Yes. Yes, that's why everything that you have is a reflection of your relationship with yourself. That's why having a self-love is important when it comes to manifestation. Yes, for sure. Hey, I see Danny, I see Marisol, I see Vivian. Hello, hello. Anna, Shane, hi. Gloria, hello, hello. Yay, Saturday. We have more people on Saturday. I'm glad you guys are joining us. Okay, makes sense. So the people that are just hopping on, we're just doing a real quick recap for the first day 1 and day 2. And also if anybody, I know I said this before, but some of you just came in. If you missed day 1 and day 2, if you want to have the replay, you can upgrade to VIP for $27. You get 3 days. Okay? Yay. Okay, awesome. Anyone else has any more shares? We cover a lot. Okay, so let me just do a recap while you're putting in the chat. Okay, so day 1, what we went through is clarity. Okay, so whatever you want to manifest, guys, number 1, the first thing is always clarity. If you're confused, universe is confused. Okay, so that's why the first thing I always ask, what do you want? What do you want? I mean, you come to me, you want to manifest. Okay, what do you want to manifest? More money. How much money? By when? Is it a month? Is it a year? You see, like I need to be clear. Same thing when it comes to manifesting with the universe. So clarity is number 1. Okay? Yes. Number 1. Okay. Second thing is write out, what does opulent lifestyle look like for you? Meaning in five pillars. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, clarity is important. And then write out 5 pillars of what you want. So health, personal life, which includes relationships, right? Financial, yes. Yes, and then contribution, right? Those 5 things you guys should have written down. Okay, that's part of the clarity part. Okay. After you've written down what you want, you also want to write out how you want to feel. Okay, if I didn't mention this on day 1, maybe you can include it now. How would you feel when you have achieved your opulent lifestyle, your dream life? How would you feel? So it would be good for you to include 3 emotional words. 3 emotional words. How would you feel? Type in the chat now, maybe, if you want to share. So emotional words, how would you feel? You will feel happy. You will feel grateful. You will feel joy. What else? Amazing. You will feel proud. Susie is so happy. Free. Okay. Overwhelmed? When you achieve everything you want, you feel overwhelmed, Shan? I hope not. I hope you wouldn't feel overwhelmed. When you actually live the life you want to live. Yeah. Happy, yes, Vivian. Freedom, yes. Grateful, happy, proud. Loving, yes. Joy, peace, fulfill, freedom. Abundant, awesome. Prosperous, prosperous. Okay, good. So at least 3 emotional words, okay? 3. So happy, grateful, abundant. Beautiful. So, I know people say abundant, but actually abundant is not an emotion. But I know what you mean, right? It's just like thriving, right? Free or yes, because abundant is not an emotion, but it's okay. Peace, free, happy. Okay, good, good, good. So you know what you need to do, right? Yesterday we talked about the law of assumption, assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, then you'll attract it. So if you want to feel joy, peace, freedom, happy, grateful, you got to start to feel those feelings now. Yes? Regardless if you have the results you want or not. This is why you want to write this down. I'll put it in the chat. You hear people, it's called be, do, have. Please write that down. Be, do, have. Be, do, have. most people think I will what? I will have the money, then I can travel and I'll be happy. Yes. Most people's mentality is I will have the thing first, then I can do what I want, then I'll be happy, right? Most people have it up, kind of not in the right sequence. Yeah. But the correct sequence is you got to be first. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The beingness, that's first. You got to be happy. You got to be grateful. You got to love yourself first. And then you take the inspired actions and then you'll have the results. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, so be, do, have. Okay, good. All right, so that was day one. Okay, just a real quick recap. Day two, yesterday, we learned about why mindset is important. Yes. How poor people think versus how wealthy people, rich people think. Huge difference, yes. At a whole comparison. Okay. And then we also covered how to shift any limiting beliefs. It's the be, do, have, not the opposite. Huh? What do you mean, Nick? The correct way is be, do, have. Yeah? Okay. Ooh, kids. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I know I said it, but I didn't tell you guys. So someone pay attention. Do you guys remember? I did mention the 6 higher faculties, okay? Thank you. So what are 6 higher faculties? So when we talk about your infinite potential, we said it's the mind. Yes, okay? It's very surfacey. But if you want to really get deeper into what about your mind, here are the 6 higher faculties. Do you know, Edwina? You should know, yeah? Do you remember? Okay. You guys ready? 6 higher faculties. I'm gonna say it, you can write this down. Number 1 is your imagination. Your imagination, that's 1. Second is your reasoning mind. Third is your will. Fourth is your perception. I need to write this down because otherwise I'll be telling you the same thing. Imagination, will, reason. Oh, thank you. Imagination, reason, will, perception. Yes, thank you. Okay, so we have 2 more. Okay, thanks. Number 5 is will, reason, perception. Hold on. Imagination. Oh, intuition. Intuition is number 5. Imagination, reason, will, perception. That's 5. Missing 1, huh? Okay. Intuition, reason. Thank you, Susie. Ooh, yes. How do you know? How do you know? Yes, memory. See, my memory. I know. How do you know, Susie? I'm surprised. Thank you, thank you. There you go, 6 higher faculties, yes. So for people that said that I have a bad memory, no, you don't have a bad memory. It's just you have a weak memory. There's a difference. Okay. So those are the 6 higher faculties. Yes. Powerful. So yesterday we used the perception a little bit, yeah? To shift the way you see things. Yeah. So I want you to look at the 6 higher faculties, and maybe you can check in with yourself to see which one you want to strengthen. To see which one. I would highly recommend for everybody to work on number one, imagination, and number two, the will. Everybody, that to start with. Imagination, because everybody's imagination is not that great because it's been dormant. You know, you haven't been using it. Like, that's why gotta get you to stretch your imagination. And then the will, man, we lose focus so fast, huh? And whatever you expand or grow, right? So make sure you focus on your goals. Thank you, kid. Okay. Okay, so Nick, you're saying whatever people do. I know, yeah, exactly. That's why it's totally not the right sequence. Okay, but now you know from inside out. Yes, that's right. Okay. Everybody is trying to change the outside, right? Change, like I said yesterday, government and the wife, husband, whatever. No, you change yourself and then everything else would change. Okay. So going back to day 2 real quick. So one thing I wanted to share with you is how you start shifting the limiting beliefs. Okay. Is you want to start catching yourself. What do I mean by that? If you have a negative, if you have an idea that comes in to your mind, I want you to ask yourself, does this idea, whatever just came in, or a thought, help me towards my goal? Yes or no? This is a question you want to ask yourself. So for example, someone said, hey, Alyssa, the market is really bad right now. Interest rate is going up, not depression. I don't know what it's called, but like people are not buying, people are not selling. Okay, let's just say that, right? If your colleague or whoever is telling you this, you want to process it. You don't want to just accept it right away. No. And this is where logical mind comes in. You can reject it. Okay. Did you know you can actually reject a thought? You can, right? So this is how you do it. You ask yourself, okay, does that thought help me with my goals? That business is hard, economy is bad. No, it doesn't, right? It doesn't. So what you want to do is reject. That's not my idea. I don't want that. Okay. And then the next question is, what do I want? Well, in my world, clients call me, right? I have endless pipeline of clients. Clients come to me easily and effortlessly. That's what I want. Then you dwell upon that. Do you see this? This will be the game changer, whether you go downward spiral or upward spiral. Just like that. Hmm? Make sense? Yes? So you ask yourself, does this idea, just because you had a thought, it's not yours. You know that, right? You don't have to accept it. But the problem, and I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is we leave our mind open for anything to come in. Anything to come crap that come in, you accept it. No, you want to start guard your mind. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Clients call me. Yes. That's my belief. That's my belief. Okay. And I don't need to know where my clients are coming from. I don't need to know how. They would just attract to me. Right? That's what I believe. Okay. Are we good on that? How to change out your limiting beliefs? Questions? We good? This is important because anytime when you have a limiting belief, this is what you will do. Okay. Okay. But let me let you in a little secret. Okay. Because it might be hard to catch your own thoughts. You have 80 thoughts, 80,000 thoughts a day. It might be hard to catch that. Okay. It might be hard. So then what you can do is the next thing is, let's just say that you allowed it to come into your subconscious mind. Okay. It slipped into your subconscious mind. And then now you feel bad, right? Now, for example, I'm using the market thing. You're like, oh man, economy is gonna be bad. I don't have clients calling me. And you start to emotionalize with the idea and you're gonna start to feel bad. That's why your emotion is your guiding system. Anyone a Abraham Hicks fan? I don't know if any of you, Abraham Hicks. Yeah, Alyssa? Okay. I mean, I love listening to her. Yeah, she talks about how your emotion is your guiding system. Truly, did you know your emotion is the guidance system between you and your higher self? Did you know that? It's so cool. It's between dimensions. Anyways, okay, so if you don't feel good, then you know you're out of alignment. You're out of alignment with who you truly are. So when you don't feel good, you're like, okay, so what was I thinking before this? Something must have happened for you to make you not feel good. Something. Then you're like, you reverse and you're like, okay, I had this thought. You see this? Okay. So it's powerful. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I wanted to leave you with that. So okay, so those are the two things we talk about. Oh, changing the limiting beliefs. So that's the releasing part, right? You release and then you want to rewire. So rewire is, I share with you guys, the law of polarity. So what's the opposite that you like? Whatever you don't want, just change it to the polar opposite. This is the law of polarity. Yeah. And then once you change it to the positive, you ask yourself, you create like a mantra or an affirmation, and then you start to repeat yourself. So if you like mine, whoever said that earlier, if you like how I said that clients call me, take it, right? You can start to say, clients easily, come to me with effortlessly, whatever. Once you start repeat that to yourself, okay, not just consciously, okay, this is important because some people will say, oh, Amy, affirmations don't work, right? And I'll tell them they do work. It's just you don't know how to work it, right? So when you say affirmation, it helps you anchor in, but you have to feel it. You cannot just say it like, oh, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a millionaire. But if you don't feel it, you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. Okay, I'm going to test you guys. Do you guys remember what I said yesterday? Your subconscious mind is what mind? Your conscious mind is your intellectual mind, but your subconscious mind is your what mind? Yay, Gloria. Good job. Good. Emotional feeling. Perfect. Perfect. Right? Is this all making sense now, what I'm sharing? Right? It ties into why 95% of your results come from your subconscious. This is why your emotions dictate your actions. This is why your emotions is what set out for the law of attraction and what attracts back to you. Do you see that? Everything is it's all related. It is making sense, hopefully. Yeah. And I'll share something that I share on my coaching calls a lot, and some of you have heard of it. I want you to think about your subconscious mind as a microwave. Okay. Remember yesterday? I said your job is to get your goals and your ideas into your subconscious, right? I said that's your job. Once it is in the subconscious, it's not your job anymore. It would just happen. Okay. And I'll give you this example of the microwave so you kind of remember. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Everybody's used microwave before, I'm assuming. Okay. When you want to heat up food, you put the food inside the microwave, right? Yes. And then you close the door, right? 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Are you the one cooking the food or yes or no? Are you the person doing the cooking or no? No. Thank you, kid. No, right? Okay. So imagine this is the same thing as putting your desire into your subconscious. Your job is just to put it in the subconscious, just like the microwave. Your job is to put the food into microwave. And then guess what? It's gonna start cooking. Yes. And then after 3 minutes, 5 minutes, it will be done. Okay. But you know what the problem is? Ah, so most people will walk away and wait for the beep. Okay, most people. Some people, I don't know if anybody is guilty here. Like you want to manifest something, and then every 3 minutes, every 5 minutes, you're like, where is it? Universe, I'm late. Like you're late. Where's my manifestation? Is it working? Is it cooking? And then you open the microwave. Anybody? This is called control freak. I used to be like that, so I know, right? I'm like, is it working? Is it, no faith, right? Surrender. No, no, I don't know what that was. Okay. So I want you to remember this. Okay. Your job is to know what you want and then put it into the subconscious. How? By putting it in visualizing. Okay, so today I want to take you guys through a visualization exercise. So you know what I'm talking about. So some people is like, what is visualization? Well, I'll take you through a visualization exercise. Visualize this every day. Okay, so you can feed your mind, tell your mind, this is what I want. This is how I want to feel. Okay, but again, know that you're not going to control when and the how it's going to happen. That's not up to you. Okay. Your job is to make sure you don't continue like opening up the door every 3 minutes, 5 minutes. That's delaying the process. Does that make sense? If you can just surrender and walk away and already know that it's done, that will expedite your manifestation. Okay, good. I like to use that analogy because it makes sense for people. So sometimes when I'm talking to my clients, this is the conversation we'll have. So what are you cooking? What are you cooking? Right? So now you know. Okay, good. All right. So that was day 2. We're good? Yeah, I'm glad. Yes, huge. Faith, surrender, huge, huge, right? Okay. Otherwise, we're resisting. Okay, good. All right, now we can get into day 3. Yes, this is Julianne, right? I think it's your name, Julianne Abraham, I think. Yes. Can you reach subconscious mind by repeated affirmation? Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you want to know the technical way of getting into the subconscious, there's a few ways, but affirmation is one, and visualization is one, yes. But it's repetition, repetition, repetition. Also, and this is off topic, but if you want to know how you want to get an idea into your subconscious, there's actually two other ways. Okay. Number one is by shock. You're like, what? Shock? If I were to say, actually 3 ways. Let me write it down. 3 ways. Shock. If something that you don't expect, okay, it will just go directly into your mind. You can write this down. I'll give you an example. So number 1 is shock. Number 2 is fascination. Fascination. So for example, when you go to like go see magic show, right? And then they're doing the magic trick, and you're like, whoa, how did that happen, right? And then they tell you to do something. They're like, hey, oh, like right now, everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. And guess what? You'll stand up. Do you see this? Yeah? Okay. Number 3 is authority. You can write this down. Again, like this is I don't normally talk about this. This is what I teach when I talk to my clients, and when we really get into the subconscious, because it's really deep, but I'll just give it to you guys. Number 3 is authority. Authority. Okay. So let me showcase. Who here has a pen? By a show of hands, who has a pen? Show me your pen. Okay, good, good. Do you guys, okay, thank you. Okay, now you can put it down. Do you see how that happened? Why I just gave you a instruction and you follow it. So it went to your subconscious and then your subconscious move your body and then you pick up the pen. How did that happen? Authority. So people that are maybe like, that's why your parents or your mentor or someone who's a authority figure, what they tell you to do, you will just do it. It bypass your conscious mind. You don't even think, you just go. Okay, that's why hypnosis, I mean, we're not talking about hypnosis, but that's why hypnosis works, okay? All right, okay, guys, okay, there we go. Let's get into day 3. Oh my God, we're like 45 minutes in and we're not even day 3. You guys should be used to this, huh? 1 hour is not enough. Let's just say that. Okay, let's move on. Otherwise, we'll never get to day 3. Okay. Day 3. So just to give you an overview, what I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about mainly 3 things, if I can. Yes. Number 1 is your self-image, okay, which is your identity. Okay. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. Second thing, we're going to talk about this concept. Oof, so important. Everything comes from this first concept, even money. Okay. So first 2 things is more of a mindset thing. And then the third is going to be technical, which I promise I'll share with you the 3 money earning strategies. Okay. So I know you guys want that, but that's last. And the reason being is that if you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to get the right strategy, right? So that's why that's the last. I know you guys want that, but it will come. Okay. So first thing first, let's talk about self-identity, self-image. Okay, why that's important. Let me share my screen. Oops. Where'd you guys go? Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. I'll start with this quote. In life, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Okay. Who's heard of this? It's very, very cliche in the personal development world, right? But any of you know what this means? People say that, but people don't really tell you what this means, right? Yeah, I mean, I know I've heard of it many times, right? But people don't explain what it means. Okay, inside out manifestation. Yes, 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 absolutely. Yes, part of that. Yes. Okay. But this also, again, goes back to law of attraction, right? You attract what you are. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, right? So what does that mean? That means if you want to attract certain results, whether it be clients, money, whatever, private jets, right? Whatever you want, think just there's no limit, right? Whatever you want. You got to change the vibration of you sending out. So you got to change who you are in the core. Yeah, I look crack like a duck. Yes, yes. But think about this. This is deeper because as you guys know, if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. Yes? This is from Tesla. So what this is really saying is if you want to attract what you want, you have to change your vibrational frequency, your vibrational offering, right? Okay. So what this means is you got to change who you are. That's what it means. Yeah. Okay. So self-image. I want to talk about self-image real quick. What is the self-image? Self-image is an image that's fixed and impressed onto your subconscious mind. You can write that down. It's fixed, it's impressed onto your subconscious mind through genetics, environment, and past experiences. Okay? When I say genetics, that's why you look like your parents, grandparents, relatives, right? Unless you do some cosmic surgery, then that's different. But no, most of the time you look like your family, right? Because it's genetics. Okay. But your image is also influenced by your environment you're in, right? And also your past experiences. Okay. It's in your subconscious. So what we talked about yesterday, 95% of your results come from your subconscious. So essentially what we're saying is your self-image controls your results. That's why, again, you can try consciously to say a lot of, say affirmation and do this, but if you don't change essentially who you are in the core, your results never change. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So the majority of your self-image is formed before 6. What does that mean? What this means is you didn't even choose your self-image, right? Imagine what were you doing before the age of 6? Probably playing, I don't know, watch YouTube. I don't know what we were doing before 6, right? So you didn't create your self-image. And this is what I always share is that the bad news is that you didn't create your own self-image. Okay, so for example, right now, maybe you have a low self-image of yourself. Maybe you don't think you're good enough. Maybe you don't think you're smart enough, tall enough, pretty enough, handsome enough, whatever. Or maybe your parents told you that you're not good in teaching or talking, dancing, whatever, okay? Whatever they told you, you accepted that to be true, and that has become your self-image. But is it true? Let me ask you guys this. Is it 100% true what they're saying? Yes or no? Type in the chat. No, thank you. No, right? It's just one person's opinion. And then you listen to it, and if you accept it, and again, before age of 6, we didn't know how to differentiate, discern, right? So most likely we accepted it. Oh, that must mean I'm not, my parents don't love me. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough, right? Do you see all these limiting beliefs? Okay, that's when it happened. Okay, so your self-image controls all areas of your life. Yes, Shen, you accepted what they said. Exactly. A lot of times we did because we didn't know better. And they didn't know better either. They didn't know what they were doing. Okay. So the bad news is, I'll give you the bad news first, is that you didn't create your self-image. Okay. But don't go and start blaming your parents. Okay. I did that actually. I was guilty when I started personal development. Like I'm like learning about all this. I'm like, oh, I started blaming my parents. That's not good. Okay, that's not good. But now, of course, I don't. So the good news, I'll give you the good news. The good news is now you can change them. Now you can, if you know how. If you know how. Okay. So my question for you is how? How do you change your self-image? Anyone knows? You guys want to know? Right? How do you change it then? Okay, if I need to change my result, I need to change my self-image. Then my question is, how do I change my self-image? Not just affirmation, Anna. Affirmation is one way, but it's slow. It works, but it's slow. It works because it's repetition. How quickly can I change it? Ooh, kids, beautiful. You know the fastest way how you can change a self-image? Aha! Yes, I mean, I call it emotional impact. Yes, Janet is emotional impact. Emotional impact. We talked about this yesterday. You can write this down. Emotional impact and repetition. Two ways. This is how you change. You change your feeling. Yes, you change your feeling, but again, you need to change who you are, not what you do, right? So like, I use this example. Some people is like, oh, like I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. They say I don't eat meat. Okay, so if you don't eat meat, if we go to a steakhouse, are you gonna eat meat? No, right? Because you're vegetarian. Do you see this? There's a difference between what you do and who you are. Does that make sense? Because if I'm a vegetarian, even if today I go to a steakhouse, I'm not all of a sudden gonna eat meat because I'm a vegetarian. So this is who I am, not what I do. Okay? Yes, inner chatter, yes. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So essentially, again, your self-image is the most important. Okay, makes sense. Okay. And I like to use this example with this version of iPhone. Okay. I love this. Okay. So who has iPhone? I have an iPhone. Okay. If you're Android, get out. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. So look at the different versions of iPhone. What version do you have? If you're an iPhone user, what version do you have? Probably not on here. I don't know. Mine is like 12 or something. I don't even know. Too many. Okay. So this is a evolution of iPhone from 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All these different versions. Okay. Yes. So let me ask you, what is the difference between all these versions? Can they all make calls? Can you make calls with 2G, 3G, 4? Can you make calls? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, thank you. So what's the difference? What's the difference between 2G and 5G and or whatever version now, 11, 12, max? I don't know. What's the difference? Okay, besides it's larger and more expensive, besides that, why? Why do you want to upgrade? Better. Yes, better and what? Internet speed. Okay, good. So functionality. Yeah. Yes, it's upgrade, but why do you want to upgrade? Why? If you can make call from 2G just as 5G, right? Regular phone call. You don't need 5G. So why do people upgrade? Why? Better technology, better functionality. Yes. Yes. 15 types. What someone said. Huh? Think about it. Why? It it more options, new energy. Yes. It does it function better? Yes. Better look. Yeah. Peer pressure. Oh my God. Peer pressure. I hope not. I hope it's not because peer pressure, you got a latest phone. Oh, but it wasn't. Okay. Society says we have to get the best tech. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Besides other people, yourself, it's better technology, so it's more functionality. It works better. Everything, yes? Okay. Yes, it's more advanced. Yes. Okay. Good. So we have no problem upgrading the phones. No problem, right? Every time when the iPhone comes out, people like go crazy over it. Okay. My question was, what was the last time you upgraded you? Type in the chat. I would like to know. Do you even know? Ooh, Anna, last year. Okay, good, good. I would like to know how you know when you upgraded. How do you know you upgraded? 2 years back, daily. Okay, how about all the time? Mm, okay, for the people that says all the time, okay, this is my answer, my question for you. Did your results change? Because you can say you upgraded yesterday, you can say you upgraded every day, but let me ask you, did your results change? Okay. Hey, Rebecca. Hi. Good to see you. So some of you says yes, no, increment, not yet. Okay. So and I hate to break it to you. If your results never change, you didn't really change. That's just the reality of it. Right? This is why how you know what level you're at, look at your results. Did your results change? Did your life change? That's how you know. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. So look at the results. Okay. So I know you guys are here because you wanted to what upgrade, right? Or change your results or manifest better. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna share with you really quickly of my versions. Is that cool? So just so you can see my transition, if you will, your pocket is getting bigger. Like real pocket? Yeah, I hope so. Okay. Having a different self-image of yourself. Absolutely. Okay, thank you. And I'll share with you this. So you can see, okay, for yourself. This is what I call Amy 1.0. None of you know the Amy 1.0, none of you, because this was 5 years ago. So I don't see anybody 5 years ago that are on the call. So this was me 5 years ago. As you can see, I show you this picture on day one, right? This is me, what I like to call prior to meeting Bob Proctor, right? So some people call it like prior to Christ or something. Me is prior to meeting Bob Proctor. Okay, so this is me working hard, working burnt out, right? Thinking that, oh man, like I must not be smart enough, or how come people are like, but people are better than me, like they're smarter than me, they make more money than me, blah, 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 right? So, and I'm working hard. I work 7 days a week, right? I share, but I wasn't getting the results. Okay, so that was the burnt out me, and who was also shy, reserved, very close-minded. I was so close-minded, honestly. My friend, my good friend, she would say I was very close-minded. I was okay. And then what happened? 2019, I met Bob Proctor. Okay, this is Amy 2.0. Okay, so this was me on speaking speak up, right? I shared on day one. This was back in 2020 during COVID. Okay, so can you see a difference? I want you to see not just my appearance, okay, but obviously my appearance will change. Okay, so the version of 2.0, from 1.0 to 2.0, 2.0, I started to become a speaker. Okay. And 1.0 was the version of me was still shy, reserved, who was so scared to speak up. Okay. And now on Amy 2.0, I was actually on a show called Speak Up. How ironic, right? I was speaking up about Speak Up. Okay. So that was my first speaking television show. Okay. And then after that, as you can see, this is what I call the Amy 3.0. So right now, the Amy that you see is Amy 3.0. Okay, right here. Do you see a difference? I mean, I'm still me, right? I haven't done any plastic surgery, so I'm still me. But do you see the difference in my demeanor, in my energy, more confident? Yes, for sure. Thank you. 1.0 almost hiding it behind the post. Absolutely. You see, it's very subtle, but yes, thank you for calling it out. Transformed. Yes, thank you. Okay. Right? Okay, but the thing is, it's not just outside. My results changed, right? Shifted. I manifest so many things and I share it on day one. So I'm not gonna share it again. Okay. But this is and I'll share with you my results change. I changed, more money coming in, more results coming in, more opportunities coming in than I never had before. Right. So that is the result of me changing who I am. So for those of you who said, oh, you've changed, you upgraded you, That's why I said, if your results didn't change, then you didn't really change who you are. Okay. So my question for you, okay, going from version 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0, what do you think was the most important thing? I want you to think about it. Because right now you're thinking of upgrading, yes, to a different result. What do you think is the most important part in this transition? Mindset, yes. Yes, it is mindset, yes. Commitment, okay, okay. Clarity, for sure. So what happened from 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0? I started working with a mentor and a coach, for sure. I was lost. Amy 1.0 was lost. I didn't have a coach or a mentor. 2.0 and 3.0, I have never stopped having a coach. Now right now I only have 2 coaches, which is okay. One time I had 3. Now I have a YouTube coach because I have a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube coach and I have a mindset coach, which I never leave my mindset coach. Coaches have coaches, man. Self-image, belief, yes, commitment. Okay. Desire to upgrade. It's all important. It is, but I'll tell you something that no one has mentioned. You guys ready? No one has mentioned about it. And what I see is the most important part is letting go. Please write that down. There's no way for me to become 2.0, 3.0 while holding on to the previous version. No way. You know, when you upgrade your new phone, they said, oh, you can turn it in, right? It's the same thing. Are you the one who holds on to it? You're like, no, I want it. You gotta let go for the old. And that's what we're talking about from day one, right? From Lionsgate. You gotta let go for the old, so to welcome the new. Let go of the old and then welcome the new. Yes. Oh, kids, very terrifying. Very. And I'll tell you, it literally felt like someone died. When I let go of the 1.0, I was so sad. I was mourning and I didn't even know why. It literally felt like someone died. But I'm like, but no one died in my, physical world. And that's what happened. Energetically, my version 1 left and I was so sad. I was mourning. Yeah. That's why I said it's not easy to let go. Even though, yes, like all of you guys want to be the next best version, right? But you don't want to let go because it's so comfortable. Are you willing to let go? Let me ask you guys this. Are you willing to let go of who you've been, who is so comfortable, so you can really step into your authentic self? Rebirth, yes, it was rebirth. Absolutely. So I did that twice. I died twice. Not fun. It was not fun. Yeah. Yes, 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 Rebecca. Yes, the sadness. There is a sadness. Yes. So you see, it's not all rainbow and sunshine. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, yeah. Like, some of you said, okay, then I'm gonna just, let go of the old self, right? And step into the new self. It's not that easy. It's scary. Okay. This is why you want to have guidance along the way, right? Because otherwise, what happens is you go back, you retrieve back. Okay, that's why people don't change. Yeah. Yes, Anthony. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So really quickly, I want to share with you. So thank you for letting me to share that. I just wanted to demonstrate that. Okay. And now what I want to share with you is how. How do you change? Okay. Really quickly. Okay. Because I know we're over time, but I want to give you this formula that I came up with. Okay. I came up with because I went through this and I'm like, okay, so what happened to me? Right. So I want to give it to you. Okay. And quickly, I want to go through this. Very easy, simple. Remember, some of you have seen this before. This is a program actually that I came up with to help people to move from the old into the new. Okay, 3 simple steps. You'll remember it. Number 1 is awareness. Please write that down. Awareness is always the first step to change. Always, always. Okay. You want to become aware of, hey, where I'm at right now, where I want to go. Okay, so some of you, maybe you are already 2.0. Maybe some of you are already 3.0. Or some of you have been 1.0 for the past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I mean, I don't know, right? So let's just find out where you are and then find out where you want to go. That's the first step. Okay. And then this part also, make sure you write this down, is who do you want to become? Like if you know, okay, I'm 1.0, then I need to know where I want to go, which is 2.0. So who is 2.0? So how do you know? I'll tell you how you know. Okay. This is the question you ask yourself. 2.0 is the version of you, okay? He or she already exists, right? Because in the quantum field, infinite possibility, all version of you actually exist right now, already, okay? There's a version of you who has your goal. Remember the financial goal we talked about yesterday? He or she actually exists already, already. You just have to become aware of that version. Is that making sense? Okay? Because in the quantum field, everything exists. You just have to focus on it, right? But that's why I said clarity is key. A lot of times they don't even know like what's 2.0. I don't even know. Okay, so having awareness is key. Number 2, alignment. So there are 2 parts to alignment. Okay, please write this down. The first part to alignment is what we've been talking about, letting go, shedding what's not you, right? So, but to help you to remember easier, you can write this down. First part of alignment is rewire. Sorry, release. That's the second part. I gave you the answer already, but that's okay. The first part is release. I gotta let go. I gotta let go of who I've been, right? Thank you for serving me, but you're not gonna, the old version of you is not gonna take you to where you wanna go. So you have to release it. Release, release, release. Okay, so write that down. Release. So what is release is what? Letting go of all limiting beliefs, all self-image, things that are not yours, right? Yeah. Okay. After you release, then you can rewire. Okay, so please write that down. That's the second part. After you release, then you can rewire. Rewire what? Rewire the new version. Okay. So this will help you to start thinking who is the new version. Okay. Yes, anything that's yes, absolutely. Yep. Or not serving you where you want to go, right? And that includes a lot of things. That includes your own limiting mind. That also includes the people you hang out with, right? Yeah, so I've also changed a lot. And again, I don't want to say sad, but sometimes it's just not in alignment, right? So I used to be very close with my family members, and we used to love to party and we love to drink. Okay, when that's just who I was. But as I was upgrading and changing the version of myself, I stopped drinking, right? So then what happened is we kind of just stopped hanging out, and it was painful for a long time, right? Because we were so close. But then they saw me as the old self still, and they're like, why, like, how come you changed? You stopped drinking? And so we stopped hanging out. So it was really painful, that growth, like that separation from my family. That is painful. But yeah, but I'm there's a better version of me, right? So that's where I'm going. Okay. So again, this journey is sometimes it is painful, sometimes it is lonely, it is. And good for your health. Yes, health-wise, yes, yes. Yeah. Is there a time limit? No time limit, Anthony. I mean, it's up to you. Up to you when you want to start upgrading. There's no time limit, but that's why you set a goal and then you work towards it. You work towards that goal. If I didn't mention this yesterday, maybe I'll share this now. The purpose of you setting a goal is for you to grow into the version of you who has the goal. I'm going to say that again. The purpose of you setting the goal, right, that you wrote down, is not to get those things, okay? You will get it. Yes, you will get the money, you'll get the relationship, you'll get the car, whatever, okay? But at the end of the day, none of those things matter because at the end of the day, we're trying to grow you. Grow you into the version of you who has those things. Yeah? And then guess what? Once you achieve those things, what's next? You want more things. Right? That's why for me, like I keep on going and growing because I achieve a certain level or understanding version. I'm like, okay, what's next? I want to go to the next level, right? It's fun. It's kind of like playing games, right? Like next level, next level. Okay. So the rewire part, how do you know what to rewire? Think about this. Who is the version of me who has my goal? Because I guarantee you, the way she thinks, the way he talks, walks, think, drive, spend money, invest, all different, especially when it comes to making a decision. Yes, all different, totally different version of you. Okay, so this is some people will, this is called a new self-image script, if you will. Okay, and this is my self-image script is 5-page long. So, okay, so this is I mean, it's a script. So think about a movie, it's a script. It's right? So it's a lot. Okay, so I'm just quickly sharing with you, okay? All right, we gotta move on. The third step, which I know you guys love, which is this is where, okay, now you can go out and take action. Okay. But, okay, there's a big but. The action you're taking is not the same actions that you've been taking. Make sense? Because if you're taking the same action, you're gonna get the same result, right? That's insanity. So the action you're taking here is gonna be different from who you've been. Make sense? Okay. So the action you take here, it will be the action of who you want to become. So let's use the example of poor people and wealthy people yesterday, okay? So let's just say that right now, the old you, let's just say, for example, the old you wastes time, right? We talk about wasting time is a big one. You waste time. Now, the new you, you're like, okay, I used to waste time, but now I'm gonna utilize my time and I'm gonna use money to buy time, right? Or before you were closed-minded, before you didn't like debt, right? Because the mindset. Now, the new you, the new version of you, okay, so now I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna invest in myself. I didn't used to do that before, but now I am. Do you guys see this? I can't see you guys. Yes? Okay. Yes. So take a different set of action, not the same action. So you can get different results. So, and this is going to be very easy for you guys is the version of you, what would he or she do? Okay, so let's just say that, okay, if you want to become an investor or if you want to become a speaker, let's just say, if you want to become a speaker, okay, and now maybe you have an opportunity to speak, right? Even though you're scared, like that's me, okay? When I was presented the opportunity to go speak on that Amazon TV show, I was so scared. I was not ready. No, at all. But I knew, I'm like, well, I mean, I wanted to become a speaker and now there's opportunity coming. I have to say yes. I just say yes and figure out later. Right. But I was so nervous the night before, I couldn't sleep. Right. And if you watch it, you'll see how I was still nervous. You could tell. Right. Because that was my first speaking engagement ever. And it was TV show. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, hey, do you journal of who you want to become and write down what you want to manifest daily? Good question, Alyssa. So you don't need to write it down. You only need to write down once. So for example, it's called a life script. So I sit down and think about, and you can always add to it, right? So right now my script is 5 pages. Okay. And it has everything that I want, and it's so crazy, right? So in there, it says, I want to have maid, I want to have chef, and I want to have a chauffeur, right? And guess what? When I came to Dubai, everybody has a maid because it's so affordable here, right? So I'm like, oh, yes, that's my goal. So now I have a maid, even though it's just me and my dog, but now my maid comes every 3 weeks, she comes, right? But that's good. That's good enough. Yeah, so what you want to do, Alyssa, you want to write it down, but you want to listen to it, or you want to read it often, yes. But the easier way, just record it and listen to it, because the more you listen to it, now you're pretty much you're rewiring yourself, right? You're brainwashing yourself. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you guys have it down, the 3 steps. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. So this is what I take my clients through step by step, but obviously no time for this, but I want to just give you the outline. Okay. So what I want to do now is, oh, I'm looking at the time, so maybe we'll finish in 10 minutes. Okay, so let me talk about the concept then, because the second thing I want to talk about. The money thing, maybe I don't have time to talk about it, but I'll talk about the concept, the second concept, okay? Which is key, okay? It starts with this, okay? I'll share with you. This is one of my favorite quotes. You can take a picture or write it down, and I'll explain this. Once you make a decision, the universe will conspire to help you. Anyone's heard about this quote? Yeah, I love this quote. This really helped me like shift a lot. Once you make a decision, universe will conspire to help you. Yes. Okay. However, I do want to explain this. We're not so good at making decisions. That's the problem. I'll tell you why. You checking in with yourself, okay? How do you currently make decisions? Do you currently make a decision based on what you have? Like, for example, you're like, okay, I want to invest in this thing. I want to buy this thing. I want to go on this trip. Okay, so let me check my bank account. Let me check my vacation days. Let me check with my boss. Let me check with my husband. Let me check with my kid. And then if everything checks out, okay, then I will make the decision. Yes or no? Logic and feeling, yep. And this is why it's been holding you back. It's been holding you back. Okay. I'll tell you, when you make a decision, you are not going to see the resources you need. You will not. After you make that decision, then the resources will show up. Okay, let me show you this quote again. Once you make a decision, universe will help you. Okay? But the problem is you don't make a decision because you're like, okay, I don't see how I can make this happen, so I'm not going to make the decision. Do you see this? That's why you don't go anywhere. And this is one of the biggest things. I did a video. I don't know who asked me. I did a video. Someone asked me like, hey, what are the top 3 things that you learned from Bob Proctor? I actually did a YouTube video on this, and I would encourage you to watch it because this is the 3 things that I learned from Bob Proctor, right? One of them is decision making. It's game changer. And then I will quickly show you an illustration why. Okay, quickly. This is you. Okay, for example, this is you. Okay, maybe let me use the board. Quickly. Okay. This is you. Okay, this is you right now, maybe earning 10K a month. Can you guys see? Kind of. I know it's faint, but you guys can see 10K a month. Can you see? Yes. Give me a. Okay. This is you right now. This is a frequency you're on. Okay. So you're earning 10K a month. You're happy. Okay. But you want to go to 100K a month, right? So let's just say your goal is here. Okay, you can see it's a heart. Okay, this is 100K a month. That's where you want to go. Okay. What's in between? This is all frequencies. It's all frequency. There's lines of different frequencies. Okay. So this is where you are. This is where you want to go. Make sense? Easy, yeah? This is where you are. This is where you want to go. Okay. How are you going to get from here to here? How? First thing. First thing, most important thing. Decide. Yes, kid. Yes, I just mentioned, yes. Look at this, okay? What happens when you make a decision? I want you to see. Before you make a decision, everything here, all the resources, all the people, conversations, contacts is all here, 10K. This is where you hang out, okay? But once you make a decision, okay, I know this is the line. Once you make a decision, this is what happens. You flip yourself. Do you see this? You flip yourself on the frequency of 100K like that. This is decision. Okay. And when you are here, when you are hanging out here, you know what you attract? You attract the people, the resources, the book, the mentor, the video, the YouTube, whatever, to help you attract this. Do you see this? This is why decision is so key. Because if you never make the decision, you will always be here. Always, you're always going to be here. I hope this, like, when I saw the Bob Proctor talk about this, I'm like, wow, mind blown. This is how I was able to manifest everything I've manifested. I didn't know how to become a speaker. I didn't know how to become a bestseller. I didn't know how to become a movie producer. I didn't know any of those things. But first thing I asked myself, I made a decision. And this is what I want you to write down, how you make the decision. The only thing you should ask yourself in making a decision is, what do I want? Write it down. What do I want? What do you want? What do you want? That's it. I'm not saying, oh, do I need the money? Do I need the time? Do I need the resources? No. It's just, what do I want? And then once you said, okay, I want that, okay? Once you say, I want that, now you're on this frequency. And when you're on this frequency, universe will conspire to help you to attract. Okay, give you a quick example. When I wanted to become the speaker, I didn't know how, right? So I was affirming, I'm so happy and grateful now that people love what I have to say, right? I'm a great communicator, and I wasn't, right? 4 months later, I attracted my speaking coach. Her name is Dee. Okay, I attracted her. She was my speaking coach, and then guess what? I attracted my mentor, and then I attracted opportunities. The speak up engagement was because of her, right? And everything after that is all because I made that decision. But I didn't know how. I did absolutely no idea. When I attracted to become the movie producer with Al Pacino, I share my story. I didn't know how. The investment was $150,000. I didn't have $150,000 laying around, right? Because my money is always working for me. But I knew, I said, okay, would I like that? And I'm like, yeah, because the movie is gonna be about Albert Einstein, right? And I always teach about Albert Einstein. I'm like, so cool. How cool would it be if I can be a movie producer around Albert Einstein? So I said, okay, the decision is yes, I want to. Okay, and guess what? Within 1 month, I had the whole $150,000. 1 month. You asked me where it come from. It doesn't matter where it came from. It came from the universe. Do you see what I mean? So whatever you're thinking, oh, Shan, awesome. Okay. So right now, whatever you're thinking of doing, don't get yourself like, oh, but I don't know the how. Okay. You don't need to know the how. You just need to know what you want. Okay. But the problem is you're indecisive. You're like, oh, I want this, but I don't know where I can get the money. Because of that, you're confusing the universe. Okay. So with that being said, I know we're closing the time, okay? With that being said, what I wanted to really encourage you guys, if you feel like, hey, I really want to get to the next level, right? I really want to manifest whatever you wrote down, okay? But I don't know how. I don't know how, but I want some help. Okay? I want to encourage you to go ahead and book a call with me. Okay, I'm gonna put my link in there. Don't think about, oh my God, oh, how much is that? How much is her coaching? How much is she gonna sell me? Yes, I'm gonna sell you. I'm gonna sell you on you believing in you. Okay, so yes, I'll tell you, I'm gonna sell you for sure. But how else are you gonna change your life? But don't worry about the how, don't worry about the money. Who says about anything about money? This call is free. Okay, if you not even want to take action on that, if I was the universe, I can't help you, dude. I can't help you, right? It's right in front of you. So I know some people already book a call with me. I know I saw kids and some of you, right? But for those of you that are still deciding, like, what are you thinking? What are you waiting for, man? Like, you got to make a decision. Okay. Make sense? Yes. Okay. I know we're really, really running late, but do you guys want me to finish the three types of the earnings money strategy? Give me a yes, because I really want to be respectful of your time, and I know I'm running super late. If you're okay, really quickly, yeah? Okay, thank you. Okay. It's important, right? It's important, but it's gonna take some of your time. Okay, trust me, this is how made me 7 figures, so I think you want to stay, okay? Like, this is important. All right, cool. All right, let me oh, okay, thank you. Can you see how passionate I am? My hair is all falling off. All right. Okay, cool. Cool. So this is really cool, okay? And the reason why I want to share this with you, because I want your mind to start thinking. I want you to start attracting money, and I want money to start work for you, okay? Like it did for me. Okay. So this is called 3 types of money earning strategy. 3 types, okay? So 3. Okay. I know it's faint. Yeah, okay. It's called M1, M2, M3. Simple. M1, M2, M3. Okay. All right. So you want to write this down. M1 is called T/M. T/M. So write that down. T/M. Which means you're using time to buy money. Make sense? Using time to buy money. Okay. So this 96%, you want to write this down? 96% of the population are here. 96. Okay. 96% of the population, they are using their time for money. Right? That's where I was when I was in the banking industry. I would go to the bank 40 hours a week, right? Putting my time for money. It was the worst way, worst way. Can anyone tell me why is it the worst way? Why do you think put in your time for money is the worst ways of earning money? Why? Think, think. You can make more money. Yeah, you can make more money with your time, but what's gonna happen with your time? Yes, you're gonna run out of time. You're gonna run out of time, right? So you're gonna be putting time, work, that's it. And that was me, right? That's why I felt so burnt out because there's just not enough time. Okay. But it's 96% of the people are in this category. Okay. So and okay, if you are here, it's okay, right? Don't feel bad or anything, but start to shift your wealth mindset to move to 2 and 3, okay? Which I'm gonna get into. Okay, so the second one, you can write this down, is MM. MM. This is using money to earn money. This is what I was mentioning yesterday, how I deploy my money, right? My money is my soldier. They're working for me hard, right? They're working really hard. Okay, so only 3%, you can write this down, only 3% of the population, 3, is using this strategy. Why? Because you need money, you need capital to invest. Okay, that's why. So what can you invest in? You can invest in real estate, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in many investment strategies. Okay. Good thing about this part is you can use other people's money. You guys heard about this? OPM? Yeah, OPM. Other people's money, which is leverage. I'll tell you something crazy, okay? And if you guys are interested, let me know. This is how I use my money to make money. Just a simple example, okay? So I would borrow money from the bank, right? So bank business loan, they give me 5% interest rate. Okay, so you know what I do? I would borrow that 5% money from the bank, and I would put this into a vehicle that gives me 10%. You see this? Do you see that? Like, that's why most people say, oh no, I don't want to be in debt. Like, I have so many credit cards, it's not even funny. I'm always applying credit cards. I love credit cards. They love me and I love them, right? But I know how to use it. Okay. So I will get 5% and I will put in 10%. So this is how I'm using my money. Do you see this? I know, right? This is how wealthy people make money. I'm not doing anything. It's the bank's money. I'm just using it, put it into a different resource. That's why I'm telling you guys, okay? So I'll finish the third one, and then if you have any questions, yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay, so the third one, which we started yesterday, it's called MSI. This is really, I want everyone to be here because this is only the top 1%, top 1%, right? 96, 3, and 1, 100. So only 1% of the people are here. What is MSI/T? This is how you can buy time. You know how we talk about wealthy people buy time? Is this, okay? What is MSI? MSI is multiple sources of income. Okay, this is it's not another job. Okay, make sure everyone understand. This is not another job, not for you to go get another second job. No, this is still having your money work for you. An example of this, for example, I wrote 2 books, right? 2 years ago, I wrote 2 books. Every time when someone buys the book, I get a portion of the profit, right? So I did one time, and now I'm still continuing to get that. Do you see this? So this is what people call passive income. I've only worked once, and I continue to get earnings. Okay. So some other examples, and you guys can think, right? So let's think together. Some examples of this could be like a royalty. Some people create like royalty music, right? They create once, and every time when you use it, you buy from them, right? Or there's something else, a subscription. Subscription. Right now, you can have people subscribe to a book club, let's just say $20 a month. Come to my book club, right? Every month you get $20. Hey, $20, it may not seem like a lot, but if you have 100 people, it's what? 2,000. It's pretty good, right? I know. I hope you newsletter. Newsletter. Oh, you mean like a like newspaper? Well, unless you're the owner of the newspaper, yes. But I don't think you're the right. Do you see this? So really get you to start thinking, how can I just do the job once and start to have money coming in? Okay. So this is where money comes in even when I'm sleeping. Isn't this really cool? Another one of this, and people like have not good mindset around it is network marketing. Actually, network marketing is actually a legitimate business. It's just the people in there are not good, right? But network marketing, I love network marketing. Network marketing, you help the people underneath you, and then they win, you win. Like it's a win-win, right? So network marketing is a really good MSI format, if you will. Okay. This is when you buy time, right? Because you have all these money coming in. That's why, like, I'm, for example, this 3-day challenge is free, right? I mean, some of you upgraded to VIP, but other than that, it's free. But hey, my money is still working for me. So that's why I can do what I love to do, right? And I hope you guys can do that too. Yeah. Do what you love to do. And if what you love to do can make money, like that's win-win, okay? That's even better. Yeah. By subscription, you just found an idea. Okay, Shan, book a call with me. I will help you. Not next year. Do it now. You know why? Because by next year, someone will grab your idea already. So do it now. All right. Questions. I have some VIPs here. Hi, Teresa. Teresa and Kit, and I know some people are VIP. If you have any questions, let me know. If otherwise, anybody has any questions? Any question on this? It will time to take publish. All right. All right. Okay. Any question on this? The money making income earning strategies? Now you know why my money is working for me. That's why I said I don't want to say I love debt. Like I don't want to say that, but it's like I know how to utilize this, right? So again, it's just your mindset, okay? So no question. We're good. Okay, if we're good, I want to say thank you guys for hanging here with me for almost 2 hours. But I had fun. I enjoy. I hope you have fun. You enjoy. Yeah. Good, 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 good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So for those of you, if you have booked a call with me, I will be looking forward to talking to you. Just so you know, most of the time when you book a call, you don't get to talk to me because I don't talk to just anybody. But I'm opening my calendar for you guys. So if you haven't booked a call, book a call. Okay. Otherwise, have a great, amazing weekend. And for those VIP people, you'll get your replays. Okay. Uh, love you. Bye. Bye, guys.